Hey friends, welcome back to the Destination Baby and Kids YouTube channel. This is Gina and I am here today to fire off a very fast video about the brand new BOB Wayfinder three-wheeled running stroller. So this is a new offering from BOB Strollers. They've had tons of the three-wheel style strollers since I've been in this business. So they've done things like the Revolution, the Rambler, the All-Terrain, Flex Pro. So they have like a pretty broad variety of products. So what do we have here? What's new and what's special? So the biggest thing to know about this BOB is that it is super narrow. So the overall width of it at the widest part, which is the tires, is going to be 25 inches wide. That's something to keep in mind. For instance, the BOB Vista stroller has a width of 26 inches. So it's slightly narrower down on the lower portion, but up here on the top, as you can see, everything's brought in. So the overall feel of the stroller is narrower. I will say something I noticed is that the handle up here feels narrow to me. Like there's not a ton of places to put your hands. Now, I practiced walking with it with a weighted doll. Once I was walking, it didn't bother me, but just like it was a little unusual when I first tried it. So something to keep in mind. You do have the foam handlebar. This is going to come with a cup holder included in the purchase price. I believe the purchase price is $5.79. The tires are air inflatable. So they'll come, you might need to adjust the air level and pump them slightly. You would have to determine that. I think they say the PSI that it's supposed to go with is 30. That's what I read in the book. So another interesting thing is that the cup here mounts on the interior. So my suspicion is that they would say nothing hot in here because generally speaking, hot drinks are mounted on the exterior of the stroller. So that's a little bit different as well. They're thrilled to offer a one-handed fold. So I think you put the handle totally forward. Now again, I have not folded this yet. I just looked at the book. There's a handle on the inside that's bright yellow that you'll push. It feels like to the right, your thumb will push to the right, and then you just rotate your hand up, and the whole thing comes together and folds down. I have to say, this is a pretty compact fold. Weight-wise, they say it's about 31 pounds, and I'd say that it feels like it is about 31 pounds. You have a latch right here on the side that's directly above the suspension. So they have individual suspension on each one of the back tires, as well as having, there we go. So you're gonna wanna push on the seat when you open it, as well as having drum brakes. So that's another exciting feature for this product. You'll notice that the handle height is adjustable. The lowest height looked like it was about 34 inches. And then the tallest handle height that I was able to get realistically was about 45 to 46 inches. So that's about as tall as you would have. The seat piece here is 19 inches. If you have a child sitting in here with a canopy, you get about a 24-inch clearance from bottom to the top. And I will give them credit. They definitely highlight that this has a very upright seated position. I would absolutely agree with that. I was able to get this almost to 90 degrees with very little issue. I have not reclined it yet. They said it has a near flat recline, so let's see how that looks. That's a pretty nice recline, especially for BOB. They've, over the years not necessarily had the deepest recline. So, they would say in the book that you cannot put a child in here outside of a car seat with a car seat adapter until they have independent head and neck control. So for most children, that's going to start anywhere between 3 months and 6 months. You're going to need to watch the development of your baby before you put them in there. And you can see the canopy has a bill, flip under, and then also a ventilated window at the top, which is pretty cool. They do make car seat adapters sold separately for this guy. The car seats will work with Britex Willow, Maxi Cozy, Nuna, Cybex. So your typical Maxi Cozy style adapters will work. The other thing that's cool is that the basket underneath has several different pockets, and it also has a cover. So it has a zipper cover that you're able to get into the basket. They have a hidden pocket toward the back. I will say Scooting everything in on the frame to make it narrower gives you less basket space. It still feels to me more accessible than like the Rambler or the Flex. So those might have physically a larger basket, but the opening is poor. This basket is narrow, but I think it has a pretty generous accessibility point and opening. So take that for what it's worth. Just really excited, wanted to get it out there and show my audience another offering for a 3-wheeled running stroller. If you are going to run with this, you do need to lock the front tire. Additionally, they have a piece that you can adjust the tracking on the product if it starts to veer to the left or to the right. Yeah, so if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Please feel free to hit like and subscribe. And then check out my videos comparing this to the UPPAbaby Ridge. And then I think further along down in time, I'm gonna do a full-blown jogger extravaganza comparison, but initially we'll do this one versus the Ridge. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, feel free to check out any of our other videos.